Hi, name.
Hi, my name is Okay, so for today, I'm going to be talking about something that I'm pretty sure every college student has tried at least once in their life, and if you say you did it, you're lying. That is beer, specifically Heineken beer, which is why my title for today is the Heineken Experience. So this past summer, I had the opportunity to go to Amsterdam, which is where the original brewing factory is, and today it's called the Heineken Experience. It's in the Netherlands. And at the Heineken Experience, I got to learn about the history, the tradition, and craft behind brewing, and I just had such an amazing time, which is why I want to give you a glimpse of what I experienced there, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this speech. First, I'm going to talk about the history of Heineken, and then I'm going to talk about the ingredients, and then I'll end with how to properly drink Heineken. I'm not actually drinking those, don't worry. Okay, so first of all, according to Heineken.com, the story began 150 years ago when a man named Gerard Adrian Heineken bought a small brewery called the Haystack in the heart of Amsterdam. He bought it because he had hopes of starting a beer culture. Then in the past 140 years, the three generations of the Heineken family has expanded and really built the brand into Europe and around the world. And today, in 1933, which is very important, Heineken became available to America, which is awesome because Hawaiians love their Heineken. And today, Heineken is one of the world's most leading brewing companies, and it is the world's most international brewing companies with 140 breweries in 71 countries, and it's enjoyed in 178 countries around the world. Okay, so now that I talked about the history, I want to talk about the ingredients. So from the beginning, Heineken has placed its greatest importance on the quality. And I think that's one of the reasons why they are so successful. According to HeinekenInternational.com, Heineken is brewed using 100% natural process with no additives. Their principles remain the same: quality ingredients and a perfectly controlled brewing process. With that said, they only have used 4 ingredients. That's malted barley, yeast, hops, and water. So for the first ingredient is barley. Barley is one of their major raw ingredients, and before barley can be used, it has to be malted. Malting makes the starch and protein available in the barley, so it makes it available to be brewed in the barley. And they do this by taking the natural cell walls that surround the starch, and then from there the starch converts into sugar, which will produce alcohol during fermentation. And also, malting also takes the color and flavor out of the barley. If you notice, Heineken has this gold color, and that is from the barley and from the malting process. Okay. And then there's hops. Hops is the second ingredient. Hops is very important because it contributes to the storage life of the beer, and it also contributes to the flavor. If you notice, Heineken is very bitter, and that's because of the malts. Heineken only uses the female flowers of the hops plant, like I said earlier, because it contributes to the bitterness, and it also balances the sweetness of the barley. And then the third ingredient is water. Beer contains 95% of water, and it's very important because it contributes to the characteristic flavor of the beer, while the other ingredients contribute to the flavor of the beer. And then there's yeast. Yeast converts the malted sugars into alcohol, and it's produced during fermentation, like I said earlier. And there's 2 types of yeast. The first one is, I think it's bottom yeast, and it's called lager. And there's top yeast, which is called ales. However, Heineken, they're so cool that they have their own type of yeast, and it's called the Heineken A's, and they're the only type of people, or only company, that uses that specific yeast. And so now that I talked about the history ingredients, I want to talk about how to properly drink Heineken. So, I'm not going to really drink it. I don't know if that's appropriate, but anyways, so we're going to pretend this is a glass, because at the Heineken factory, they teach you how to drink it, but I don't know if you go to a bar or whatever, you guys will see it. They have a glass, and then on the glass there's a red iconic star, and if it, you know it's a legit Heineken glass if the top is a gold rim. If it doesn't have that gold rim, then it's fake. So make sure you look for that, okay? So we're gonna pretend this is a glass, and we're gonna pay attention. We'll pay attention to the star, okay? So the first thing to do, you want to lift up your bottle in the air, and then or in the light, and you pay attention to the color. Well, we can't pay attention because this is green, but in a clear glass, you want to pay attention to the color. The color needs to be gold. If it's not gold, you know something's wrong with it or something. But it's supposed to be gold from the body. Then you want to pay attention to the star. A lot of people think the star on a glass is just there for decoration, and it is, but it also indicates the size of the foam head. When you notice when people pour beer, there's a foam head, and that's there to preserve the taste of the Heineken. It also prevents bubbles from going into the Heineken, prevents oxygen from going into the Heineken and prevents the bubbles from coming out. Oxygen is very bad for beer because it has a negative effect on its taste, color, and smell. So in this case, yeah, oxygen is very bad for that. Okay, and then after you indicate the foam, you want to swirl the beer around, smell it. So you smell the ingredients and the aromas. A lot of people feel like when you smell your food, it just contributes to an overall better experience and taste of it. So that's the third thing. Oh, and also, sorry for so much this, the foam head, a lot of people think like it's there to rip you off, but it's not there. Like, I remember when I was at the Heineken factory, this guy was complaining. He was like, how come I have so much foam or something? And the lady was like, oh no, it's there to protect your beer. So just remember that, it's not there to rip you off. And then lastly, this is where the drinking part is. You want to like tilt your head and take a big gulp, because if you just take a sip of it, you're only going to get the foam head. And like I said earlier, the foam head is there to protect the beer, and the foam head is also the hops concentrated into it. So if you notice, like, I don't know, before I hated Heineken, and it was because I would only take sips of it, and a lot of females do that too, which is really bad, because when you take sips, you're only getting the bitter taste of the Heineken, but when you take a gulp, you'll get all the liquid part past the foam, which has all the ingredients of it. So yeah, so this one, yeah, sorry, I don't forget, but anyways, yeah. So now that you learned about the Heineken experience, and you had a small taste of my Heineken experience, I hope that you all will be able to go to Amsterdam yourself, because it was truly amazing. It's only like 16 euros, and you get 3 free drinks, and and a free gift, so it's a bomb. And now that you have learned also the technique and tips to drinking Heineken properly, please share with others so they can also end up enjoying Heineken too. And I just want to end by saying Proust, which is cheers in Dutch. Thank you.
Should ask her for the beer.